Welcome to Her Net Worth Journey. My name is Caitlin, and you're following along as I attempt to reach $1 million net worth. Today I'm going to talk about why I set up a high yield savings account. So I was not even aware of what a high yield savings account is. My parents do not have one as far as I'm aware. So we weren't really talking about money as a kid in my household. So I honestly don't think my parents know what a high yield savings account is. Or if they do, they just never share that information with me. So they have savings account with traditional banks like Chase. I believe that's their bank account, or I believe that's their bank. But they never taught me about high yield savings account. So the first time that I came across high yield savings account was from Her First 100K on TikTok. So I had never heard about it before. I had no idea what it even meant. She kept saying HYSA, and I was like, what is an HYSA? Like, what is that? And so I took her investing course, which I adored. I plan on implementing everything she told me. But in there, she kind of went over a little bit about an HYSA or high yield savings account and what it could do for you. So basically, high yield savings accounts are typically run through online banks that do not have a brick and mortar store. And so when they have a brick and mortar store, they have things like employee costs, building costs, all these extra costs that are then pushed on to the consumer or us. And so those come through fees or not as high interest rates, things like that. With online bankings, a high yield savings account will have a higher APR percentage. So, for example, right now I have two savings accounts that are my personal accounts. One is through Chase, which is a brick and mortar banking institution, and then one is through an online institution of Ally Banking. My Chase bank account has 8.01 APY or annual percentage yield, versus my Ally savings account, which has 8.5% APY or annual percentage yield. So that is a big difference. I'm already noticing, I've only had this account for a little over 2 months, and I'm already noticing such a big difference. The interest is paid fairly regularly with the online banking, and they're able to do that because they do not have a store. They do have 24/7 customer service, which I have found to be very helpful. I needed help setting up my account. I set it up online, but I was having trouble getting into it. And so they actually assisted me through the entire process, and I was able to get to an agent immediately. Whereas when I call Chase's customer service, I have to go through multiple computer technician people or multiple computer robot people, and then I might get to an agent if it's within business hours. So I have found much more value in my Ally Bank account already within 2 months versus my Chase account, which I've had for 10 years. So it's definitely been a journey for me. It's a little bit harder to keep all your money in your high yield savings account, just because it's not accessible in like immediate. So you can't like just go and take it out and use it for a purchase immediately. It does take a couple business days. I think it's about 2 to 3 business days for it to come from your high yield savings account into your traditional checking account if you were needing to spend it. Whereas obviously your brick and mortar, if you have the same checking and savings account, it could be almost immediate where you could transfer your savings into your checking account. There is benefits, obviously, to that immediate service, being able to transfer your money, but there's also negatives, like you might be spending your money more because you can easily access it and transfer it from your savings to your checking. Whereas if I just keep my high yield savings account, I don't touch it, I just keep putting money into it. That account for me is not for immediate purchases, it is for a long-term savings goal. And you can make as many online high yield savings accounts as you'd like. Right now, I have 2. Technically, I have one that is mine and one that is a joint account with me and my husband. So there are definitely benefits to that. First of all, it keeps my husband from spending all of our savings and money, which he wouldn't do. But if he were to look at it, he wouldn't know that there's additional money elsewhere in this savings account as well, unless he would go to that specific platform to look at it, which he might, but I doubt it. So it's really a lot more helpful for me because it's out of sight, out of mind. I can see it when I want to. I have it automatically transferring money into it every week. I have it set up on Mondays to go for, I think, $20 to go into my personal high yield savings account. And then on Tuesdays, I have about $15 going into our joint. And those for things like renovations and things like that for the house. So I've been putting about $15 a week aside for that for a bigger purchase for a renovation. So I still keep some money in my regular checking or my regular savings account. I keep about $4,000 in my regular savings account. That's just for emergency purposes. We do have dogs, so sometimes they might need a vet appointment that I'm not aware of that was needed randomly, or surgery or things like that. I try to keep money aside for that, just because my dogs are crazy and they might injure themselves at any point. So keeping those things separate is very helpful to me, and it's very helpful to have that brick and mortar savings account, just because it makes me feel safer to see that money and know that I could access it immediately. But I also definitely prefer the percentage yield from the HYSA from Ally. It makes me feel better that my money is earning interest just by sitting in the bank or in the online banking faster than it is in my brick and mortar bank. So it's definitely a thing that you might want to explore, especially if you're looking at saving for bigger purchases like a wedding or a down payment. That high yield savings account is going to earn you more interest versus your brick and mortar accounts. You might want to consider doing that, just because it can earn you some extra free money. Yearly, you're saving 5 times more as your brick and mortar. So I would definitely consider looking into it. It's also helped me in keeping my net worth, keeping my savings. It has helped me increase my assets because I am attempting to save more money, and I can't really use that money like I would be able to use my regular savings account, because it takes that time, like I said earlier. So it's definitely helping me not see that money as spendable and keep it in a savings account, which is really good for me. So I definitely recommend opening one, at least for your bigger purchases that you might have coming up, or your bigger goals that you have coming up. This would be a great resource for that. If you have any more tips and tricks for me, like if you prefer a different high yield savings account, comment down below and let me know why. I'm definitely willing to learn about new accounts and different online banking that might work for you better. I'm definitely interested in learning more about investing my money, and that will be in a video coming up later on. I've never really invested my money, so I will be interested in showing you guys along the way as I invest my money in a later video. So definitely comment any tips and tricks below so I can start following up on those investing tips, as well as let me know how you're doing on your net worth journey. I'm so happy to be following along with you. I hope that you're sending positive vibes my way. I'm sending positive vibes your way to earn that money and increase those assets. We can do this. We got this. We are going to increase our net worth one step at a time. So if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification below. I do a new video every Monday. I will be doing a giveaway once I hit 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you turn on that bell notification and hit the subscribe button below, because only the first 1,000 subscribers will be eligible to enter that giveaway. Well, I will see you next Monday. Keep working on your net worth goals, and I can't wait to see where we're at next week.